Hey, what's up everyone? So this is going to be a Yuris revenge game, and this is going to be a rush. I'm going to get rushed in this game, so I gotta show you guys a couple of tips. One thing you should consider is that the War Factory is like one of the biggest units to go for when you're trying to kill something. Obviously the MCV is the biggest, but if you kill the MCV, usually they sell the MCV right before it blows up, and then you lose the game after. So the biggest thing to go for really is the War Factory, because that's where units come from. But if you're getting rushed like all in like this with conscripts, so you could still make a War Factory, but what you could do is go 1 minor from war and then like sell it if it almost gets blown up. So one thing to consider is not making a War Factory, but you gotta know when to do it, and it's kind of complicated to explain every single situation of when to make a War Factory and when not to. I got this Gatling thing on hold. Now I might harass with this brute just to kind of slow down this rush a little bit. So a lot of stuff's going to be happening within a few seconds here. So it's going, you know, all in, and he's going to ult me. Notice that he's going to sell the MCV, and he's not going to have any miners in space. So this is it. He's throwing everything he has at me right away as soon as the game starts. Now boom. Now a good thing to do is run him over with miners and lasher tanks. Now sell that War Factory. Yeah, I don't think I even got a soldier in time, but anyway. Try to run him over, and I was trying to target the rhino tanks with the lasher in the bunker. Just keep trying to run shit over, make some infantry. And I got 3 miners, he's got 0 miners. So if he doesn't kill me right here, I'm gonna win the game. Now I'm gonna get some. Now I'm not even thinking about making a battle lab now, since he can't make Desolate. He doesn't have a radar. I gotta make a lot of infantry, and I gotta fight him with my miners. My miners actually have to, and he's hitting me with the slaves. The slaves are coming back to life, and turned against me. Yuris a freaking son of a bitch. He's a fucking slave master. I swear to God. So, try to fight this freaking tanks with the brutes. Yuris evil as hell. Think about it, he has slaves. What the hell? So I showed the MCV because I was about to die just to make infantry. I just get that engineer in there before he gets ran over. And that's his last unit, so he's gonna quit because he doesn't have anything left. He says 1 conscript. That was all in. Uses minor. 1 drone's not gonna kill anything, so good game. Hey, what's up everybody? So this is going to be a revenge game. I mean, Iraq. Soviet versus Yuri. And I actually had a game that I didn't record that was a really great game. I wish I would have had. Frick. What I did is I got a fast industrial plane and I freaking kept nuking the Yuri and eventually won. It was a really great game, and I didn't get to record it. I don't record like every single game, and it's like impossible to like be kind of like a perfect YouTuber because like I run out of memory and I gotta delete like so many videos. If I recorded like everything, and plus I don't even play Yuris Revenge as much as I used to, because I like doing quick matches lately, and before, I mean, they don't have it on the server, so everybody plays on the server. So 1 miner from war, I'm taking 2 desolators, I mean, sorry, 2 conscript groups. He's gonna try to ult me. So I want to try to get his barracks or his power plant, preferably the barracks if it's before the War Factory is up. Maybe I was a little bit slow. I should have rushed and ran in as fast as possible, maybe, but I was kind of being careful to watch where I'm going. I remember how I said in the last game how don't make War Factories sometimes if you know when not to make them. This guy knows when not to make it, and he's just gonna keep making miners and running me over with miners because War Factory, boom, 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 you're gonna get conscripts are gonna slam it, and then you're going to die. And then you having a miner, you can keep using the miner, and you're gonna get money from the miner, and you can fight with the miner. Foreign miners can't do that, but these miners can. I'm thinking about selling it, and I'm gonna use my miners. Now I gotta use my miners, and this is really the way you stop these all-in infantry rushes with using miners. Soviet miners are good, and Yuri miners are also good. Yuri miners have more armor than the Soviet miners. Actually, should look up the stats for you guys. It'd be pretty awesome. For those of you that, especially those of you that like the stats, or that show the stats as kind of like how strong the guy is, but not as a stat, as like some mathematical bullcrap that people don't even want to care about that shit. But anyway, yeah, I think the Yuri miner has a little bit more armor than the Soviet miner, but Soviet miner still has a really lot of armor. And they both have strengths and weaknesses. But the weakness of the Yuri miner is that you can snipe off the infantry or melt them. Usually sniping doesn't really work that well. This is So anyway, he could have won in on me right there, but he didn't, huh? I probably would have spammed sentry guns if he did. And my miners could run toward that battle bunker if shit gets too hectic. You gotta think he's gonna attack any second now, so you gotta put that thing there. And sometimes if you click the high key and click off, sometimes you had to manually do it. Because the high key actually jams. It's freaking weird, I don't know why. It's always been like that. The W high key jams if you click it twice or 3 times, sometimes. Oh, and I lost a miner. Okay, that's gonna make it hard to win, losing that miner. You really can't make too many mistakes versus a good Yuri like this. Not losing that miner is not good, but just like 4 miners in this situation, I have a pretty good cash flow going. Now my cash flow is not terrible, but it's not very good. So he did lose a miner though, so or he has still, but somehow he must have made more miners than me because he was just making miners and not war factories in the beginning. So now I'm not doing too bad. Now I gotta be careful because oh, there goes the magnetron. As soon as I see that magnetron, I'm like, I can't really try to blow up this slave miner with that magnetron there. I'm gonna get destroyed if I try it. So a little bit late with my radar, and that's like, oh crap, don't grab one of my tanks. If you guys run of my tanks, it's gonna shrink my army by picking off some rhino tanks. I'm gonna keep them together, and I actually could beat that army if I do it right. It'd be difficult to do, but what you had to do is you had to charge forward and run past those magnetrons, and then target the magnetrons, and then rhinos versus lashers, rhinos are gonna win. But as soon as the masterminds come, it's gonna change the whole situation and make it more difficult for me. Meat grinder actually wouldn't be too bad of an idea. Meat grinder means you can't make tech units. It's a game setting. So now I gotta find. See, this mastermind's like really the worst unit against Soviet. I mean, worst unit against Soviet if you're Soviet, but best if you're Yuri. And that's actually like the hotkey. I should have just clicked on it, but I was hotkeying it, and a second late with that. Oh, I almost got it. Now that Tesla trooper, forget the reason why I made that. Oh, the reason why I made that is because I was out tanked, and Tesla trooper is good against lashers and grizzly tanks sometimes. I kind of know one, but he actually backed away, so I didn't even have to use a Tesla trooper. So I'm gonna try to desolate. See, I actually, I don't play it perfectly. Shouldn't let that flag truck get magnetron, but I avoided getting magnetron all those other times when he just barely missed me with the magnetrons, and these things are such a pain in the freaking head. I freaking hate these. I hate it the most when they magnetron your miners. It really annoys me. But we got the nuclear power plant. I remember what I said, try to save the desolators with flak trucks like that. And then at the same time I should bring up the other flak truck to try to shoot down the UFO. And that's what I did, but it was the second live the second one, but I saved the desolators, which is good. But these masterminds are complicating the situation way too much for me. See if I could get him. He's got a virus, so it's gonna be super hard to freaking get him, man. I see they're just easily shoot the desolators. All I gotta do is try to spam conscripts, but he's got the virus, so it's really gonna be hard to try to spam infantry. Like, son of a witch. I gotta charge the masterminds. Maybe I could fight just the lashes alone if he puts him in front. Okay, I shot down the disc, but oh crap. Okay, I got a shield? No. There's 3 masterminds I really can't kill because they end up being protected. I need to get a sentry gun and dit, and look, he's hit me with the mastermind from the other thing. So a lot's happening at once, and it's hard to defend off all his crap at the same time. See, this industrial plane actually won me a couple games on this map versus Yuris. But right now, I can't get him out of my base. Okay, got one. That's not bad. Let's see if I can apply that disc later. Oh my god! Did you see that? All my shit's dead. That killed all my shit. This scumbag. Dude, I was doing okay. I was holding on for dear life. You know, I was making it. I was struggling. But I was surviving. And then all of a sudden that Psychic Dominator just bullshitting me. Oh man, so now I don't even have my super weapon. And I gotta fight Yuri with no technology? How am I gonna do that? Oh. And I should not even try to make this war factory. Well, I gotta make the war factory and then get the super weapon Iron Curtain back. I can't just scratching at the door, man. Oh. Crazy. So anyway, it's hard to deal with now because if I had an Iron Curtain and I didn't get dominated like that, a couple things went wrong. I'd have the ability to make drones and Iron Curtain. Now he's gonna bring in those miners. What's this guy trying to do here? Steal a little bit of ore and make sure I can't make drones out of the war factory by doing that. So right now it's just basically, you know, I'm slowly withering away like an old man. A slow death. A slow death. Like a sick animal. Or a sick goldfish. And then genetic. And I'm going to quit the game.